another Manic Monday. That's all I can say. Let's go.
Careful.
I am. I didn't sing it. Okay. They didn't create that line, okay? It's not copywritten, all right? Welcome to Last Minute Betting with the Sports Nuts. Your quick fix for sports betting. Be careful. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors across the universe. It's a Tony Monday. There's OddsJam right there. Yeah. Mike's got the hat. Shop.oddsjam.com. Go get that merchandise. And you know what? Click on the link for the OddsJam Partner Program, where you get a link to be able to share with your people, your friends, followers, and get 50% of whatever that when they sign up, okay? That's what it's all about. Now, look, I'm a little excited here tonight because I'm celebrating. It was 4 years ago on this date that the St. Louis Blues won the Stanley Cup. Yes.
A terrible day in Boston sports history.
Oh, one of the greatest days in Boston sports. Look, man, now you're going to go there, and I'm going to have to rip into your Big Papi, Mr. 500 home runs with a short porch. What a joke that is, and a designated hitter his whole life. I mean, play the position. Get out in the field, buddy.
I thought we were talking hockey.
Yeah, that's what he does. He goes on. Yeah, I mean, let's move on. How's that? I mean, we're getting off track. We want to talk about
how did the Blues turn into a Big Papi bashing in 10 seconds?
Because I can do it, man. I can turn on a dime.
Yeah, you can.
I can stop on a dime and turn on a dime.
One of the best sweeps in MLB history.
Oh my God! Yeah. Okay.
Bob, you have to bring up old news. Yeah, get him, Scott. What about the Cardinals? Yeah, they're a joke.
They are a joke. I agree 100%.
Yeah. So are our Sox too, though, Scott.
Well, they're better than the Cardinals, I would say.
That's true.
They're in a tough division too. So I mean, Boston's not terrible, but.
Good thing about the Cardinals. Good thing about the Cardinals is they're not out of it.
I turned on Boston Sports Radio this morning, and they were already talking Patriots. So that just shows you where we're at.
Well, you were talking Patriots as soon as the Bruins lost.
Oh yeah, the day after.
Again, exactly. You still have the Celtics to go. I mean, my goodness.
Well, Bob, look at you. You're talking 2019 . So
yeah,
I mean,
you're darn right.
I mean, give him a credit. At least he's looking ahead to what's going to be relevant. You're going back to 2019, bro. We're past that.
Look, on my radio show, I went all the way back to 1970. Okay,
well, that's a radio show that can center around your goofy obsession with St. Louis, but.
Bob, who's your football team?
We're here to talk about relevant stuff.
Who is my football team now?
Who are you a fan of? Like, who do you cheer for?
I really don't have a football team now. I lost the Rams.
I was wondering if you were one of the Rams fans that just kind of.
No, I wouldn't follow Stan Kroenke anywhere.
Yeah.
And before that was actually, whether you know this or not, the St. Louis football Cardinals, who turned into the Arizona Cardinals. They were first, the Phoenix Cardinals. And speaking of Phoenix, did you guys know this? There's talk that the Coyotes may be moving to Hartford.
Cool.
Wow, I did not see that.
I
saw that they were going to move, but yeah, that's awesome.
No, Winnipeg.
Great.
No, they came from Winnipeg.
That's right. Carolina came from Hartford. They were the Hartford. Hartford moved to Carolina, right?
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Hartford Whalers.
I bring that back. I'm telling you right now, you want to talk about a sick uniform?
Color scheme and logo, yeah.
Hartford, the Hartford Whalers have one of the coolest logos, uniforms there was in sports. Now we just need Quebec back.
Yeah. Now there was a logo, the Nordiques.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah. So, Mike, you're talking about stuff from, 20-something years ago, man. What's the matter with you?
Well, you brought up something relevant. I'm just talking about the Hartford Whalers. They've got uniforms.
That would be great.
Bring back the Whalers and big brass
Yes,
music.
music.
Okay.
There you go, Scott. Yeah, bring them on back.
All right.
I can't wait to hit a bet that says Hartford Whalers money line. I'm going to be like,
yeah, dude, that'd be sick.
It's so cool. This is awesome.
All right. We got a big basketball game tonight. Is there any chance that Miami pulls this out and takes it to a game 6, Mike? What do you think?
I mean, there's always a chance, but if we're being honest here, I don't think Miami will be able to get the job done here in Denver. I mean, they already got one game in Denver. I think Miami really needed to win both of those games in Miami. They weren't able to, or at least, I mean, they needed to come out of that in better shape than they are. I mean, they're going back to Denver now. This thing probably ends. Are they able to cover the spread tonight? Maybe, but to me, it feels like Denver. I don't want to say name your score, but it feels like Denver probably wins this thing comfortably. I mean, if we're being honest, I don't know. I mean, Tyler Hero's coming back. Here we go, right? I mean, how much is that really going to matter? You know, because now you're throwing him in when you've went on this long run without him. If anything, I mean, Tyler Hero's a great player. Don't get me wrong, amazing shooter, but I mean, he's been out for a while. You can't expect him to be the hero, no pun intended, tonight. It's got to be the guys who have gotten you to this point, and I just think Denver is going to roll here tonight.
Tony, any thoughts?
Yeah, I think Mike just said it right there. I mean, even though you're bringing back a great player and hero, I mean, Spoelstra and the whole team has had this offense and this way they've been playing for so long that it's hard to just throw in a guy. I mean, he'll get a couple shots up. He'll probably make a couple big ones, but I don't see the Heat winning this game. You can get +9 at a couple books. I see Win and Fox Bet still at 9, but most of them are at 8.5. I always thought those spreads with the Heat and the Celtics were disrespectful around 8 or 9, and Miami seemed to cover it every time. So I don't know if the Nuggets blow them out tonight. I think it could be right around that 8 and 10 number, which is, of course, why Vegas has it at that 8.5 and 9. But I definitely see the Nuggets hoisting the trophy tonight and the Joker going down as one of the better players in NBA history.
All right. So
I agree with that.
With that being said, today, on the Positive EV page, and I will say it for the umpteenth time, when the Joker's PRA over pops up, and it is, by the way, it was 54.5 last game. This game, it's 51.5. When the Joker's PRA pops up on the Positive EV page, you should hit that, okay? That should be a play that you hit, okay? We're talking 72% of the time for the season, folks. And usually when it pops up on the Positive EV page, I probably would put that in the low 80s that it hits because it doesn't pop up every single game. So Joker 51.5. What do you guys think? Is that a play you would go with? I'm telling you, I already did.
I mean, I would roll with it. Yeah. I mean, you'd have to assume he's going to do his thing tonight. So, I mean, I would ride with that. Yes.
Yeah. It's now minus 120 now.
Can't go against the 70-something% hit rate. I mean, especially when you're a player like Joker, he could just come out and he could have 9 assists and 9 boards in the first quarter and a half.
Right.
Or first quarter. I mean, yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, halfway through the first, and he may already have, 7, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists. I mean, it's like
ridiculous.
You just never know. Yeah, I mean, I would roll with it.
Okay, all right. That may be part of the parlay, which, by the way, we're doing a parlay tonight, folks. We have a limited amount here of games to go with, and we got to make a 4-leg parlay, so we may be delving in to some other markets. You have to follow all 3 of us on Twitter. There's our Twitter handles right there. You must retweet the tweet. You must like the tweet, and you've got to subscribe to this YouTube channel here. And you know what? You ought to be following OddsJam too. All right. So let's do all that. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I don't know whether to go first or not. I can tell you, I've got a multi-sport parlay bonus on BetMGM that I am going to use on this tonight. Okay. Mike and I are going to be out of town in a state that doesn't have legal betting. So it's going to be hard for me to use that when I'm not in a legal state. That'll just be for tomorrow night and Wednesday night, but we'll figure it out somehow, even if I have to go across the river to make a bet. So it's my turn first, guys. You guys are probably going to want me to stay away from this game, but I just can't help myself. I just really can't. I really feel like the spread is not really that important. I think Denver wins, and I think I'm going to take Miami plus 8.5 as one of my legs.
I like that.
I'm doing it.
I'm not a fan of huge spreads in championship games.
Right. Yeah, and Spoelstra, I think, is going to keep it clse. Mike, what are your thoughts? You think I'm crazy?
No, I mean you can probably assume that if it's flirting around, a 6, 7, 8 point game with, not much time left, that you're probably going to be in a good position to potentially, with a foul or something, get yourself right around that number. Whether it works in your favor or works against you, we'll see. But I don't mind it. I mean, I do think if Denver wins, they probably cover the spread. I mean, I do truly believe that.
You think Denver covers or Miami? Well, we're taking Miami plus 8.5.
Ooh, well, I'll roll with it.
That's what I'm saying. Miami.
I mean,
plus
but yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, like I said, I'm me personally. I mean, like I said, you're basically flipping a coin here either way. So, I mean, roll with it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tony, you can go next.
All right, let's go over to baseball, of course.
Okay.
And let's go to this Phillies Diamondbacks game.
Ooh.
And the Arizona Diamondbacks are having a surprisingly amazing season. They're 40-25 and first in the NL West. Corbin Carroll's looking like not only a Rookie of the Year candidate, but an MVP candidate. Their offense is top 5, top 6 in almost every single category in baseball. And we're getting them at plus money tonight. Or now it's minus, what is that, 105, 106?
Yeah, minus 105.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, we're still getting them as a dog. I got him at plus money earlier this morning, but they got one of their prospects, Henry, on the mound. He's 3-1 this year. The Phillies have had a good week as well. They just took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers, but the Diamondbacks have won 5 straight, and they've actually covered the 1.5 run line in all of those as well. So they're just steamrolling teams. So we'll go with the Diamondbacks on the money line at the best number we can get them.
Okay, there you go. Added to the bet slip, and here we go. So we've got the Heat plus 8.5, Diamondbacks on the money line, and we're up to plus 273. And Mike, you get pick number 3.
Yeah, a couple of options here that I wanted to go with, but I'm actually going to go to the Marlins here tonight. I do like them ultimately to win this game, but let's see what the first 5 line is right now and what our value is, because I definitely think they're going to they're probably winning this game through the first 5 innings, truthfully. So, but if we can get that plus 0.5 on Miami for decent value, I would roll with that.
It's minus 150. And
yeah, okay.
If you wanted to go minus 0.5,
no, we wouldn't go minus 0.5 there.
No,
okay.
I'm going to skip minus 0.5. But
okay.
Look, I'll take them on the money line for the game. The Marlins have been playing pretty good lately. I know it's not been against great teams. They've had the A's, they've had the Royals and the White Sox, but they're getting the job done, and Luzardo's on the mound. So
the A's just swept the Brewers.
Well, exactly.
Two out of 3 from the Pirates, and Miami is tied with the Dodgers for the second best record in the National League.
And I like getting them at plus odds here tonight. I know they're on the road.
That was one of my picks too. Yep, Marlins money line.
Good. Okay. Yeah, we're on the same page there. I mean, you probably thought the same thing, Tony. Plus odds tonight for them. I mean,
yeah, and I was also looking at the +0.5, but honestly, Bryce Miller, the starter for Seattle, is pretty solid too. But Miami's been squeaking out wins in the 8th and 9th inning in these last few games, so I honestly do like the full game as well on Miami. They're better than the +0.5 for once.
All right, that's 3. Now we got to come up with a 4th. Where do we go? Do we go to this Cardinals-Giants game? Or hang on, do we take the Giants on the run line? I'd like to juice it up a little bit somewhere. There's a couple other places to go too. I'm just going to throw this at you. There is the Rays -2.5, which I could only get on BetMGM. They're playing Oakland. Okay.
Oakland's doing a reverse boycott for the game tomorrow. They're expecting 40,000 fans, and they're all going to wear T-shirts that say "Sell the team."
There you go. Also, this one was on the Positive EV page this morning. The Rangers -1.5 against the Angels.
I don't know about all these run lines.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just throwing them at you.
Good too. Good pitching matchup in that game. I'll.
Okay. All right. We've got the Red Sox.
I was thinking, maybe Sox -1.5 or Rays -1.5. I mean, we've already got a couple plus odds plays in there. It's already pretty juicy.
It's +6 something right now. Well, if we're gonna be on the safe side, the safest play.
Let me throw one more at you guys. Reds, Royals. You've got Greinke and Weaver on the mound. That line's at 8.5. Do we like an over in that pitching matchup? I mean, we know Cincinnati can produce some offense. What about an over in that game?
What do you
think? Take that. We can take that. The Royals don't score. The Royals don't score much, but the Reds are one of the hottest teams in baseball now. They just called up Ellie De La Cruz, who I think is going to be one of the best players in baseball in a couple of years, and they're just on fire.
I saw enough of him over the weekend. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's going to be haunting you in that division for years and years to come.
That gets us at +13.
I just seen Scott put in the chat. Reds Royals over 8.5 is the other way I like too. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Let's
roll with Scott.
I'm down with it.
All right. Now, I'm going to be able to put a boost to that too. So here's what we're going to do. We're probably going to have $100 giveaway here, Mike, if it hits.
Good.
Awesome.
So I'm going to let you take over while I stop sharing my screen here. We've got Miami Heat +8.5, the Diamondbacks on the money line, the Marlins on the money line, and the Reds and Royals over 8.5 total runs.
Liking it.
Okay. We've liked a lot of things, and we need to come through with one.
This has got really good value right now. Luke Weaver over 4.5 strikeouts is +100 on Fliff. And I mean, look at where everywhere else is pricing this at. That's pretty decent value right there.
That's a great pick.
I like it. I mean, we know the Royals are going to strike out.
And Weaver's been pretty solid. I mean, he's still young and getting it together, but he should definitely be able to get 5 of them tonight, especially at that +100. That's great value.
Yeah, I think so too. And he may give up a few runs. I mean, his ERA's up there, and we're fine with that. You know, give up some runs too, Luke. Strike him out and let him hit it out.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll take that for sure. I'm going to put put a half a unit on it.
All right, I got this up to plus 1642, guys.
Up to
I
what?
like it.
Plus 1642. I had an odds boost token
Okay.
from BetMGM. So
I
that's
like the
one.
Schwarber under 1.5 player bases play. It's minus 112 on Bet Rivers or Barstool. We're already heavy on the Diamondbacks tonight. I mean, a lot of books juicing the heck out of his unders. So the fact we're getting minus 112, for whatever reason, Bet Rivers and Barstool have his over favored. Everywhere else has the under heavily favored. I like this play. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great play. The thing with Schwarber is one swing of the bat can change that, but a lot of the games he doesn't have any of those. So
no,
you got to definitely play with the odds and the value there.
Yep, no doubt. And then we got this Tommy Henry play, which it's on his under 4.5. That's minus one. I mean, it's definitely got some good value on it.
Yeah, he's not huge on pumping people out. I mean, he's still a young prospect. I could see him getting 4 Ks and the Diamondbacks still winning that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with it too on Fliff because I looking at his innings pitched and strikeouts. It's very, very possible that happens. We'll roll with that, and I think that's gonna be it. We'll get to Bob now. He should have this parlay bet and ready to go by now. And
I have it ready, but it's not sending to you for some reason. There it just went.
All right. We'll get this posted on Twitter, and hopefully we have a winner here tonight and we can give away some money.
There is a DraftKings boost going on too, folks. Just to let you know. DraftKings has a boost going on, and it is the Joker 25 plus points and Murray 2 plus 3s boosted to plus 100. There's a same game parlay boost on DraftKings up to 100. And don't forget, since Tony and I, the golf gurus, are going to be putting out a U.S. Open video and picks, there is a plus 300 boost on DraftKings that you can use one time for a winner. Okay.
Awesome.
Scott must be feeling better.
Let's go, Scott.
He smashed the Jokic and Murray DraftKings one. Okay. That's cool. So, Tony, college baseball, LSU, they're going to the super regionals. Is that what's next?
No. So actually, we had the super regionals this weekend, and now the College World Series is going to be coming up. And the super regionals is like the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament. It's best 2 out of 3. And then the College World Series is like the Elite 8. And then it's a bracket format. From the final 8 teams, they go to Omaha. And actually, Wake Forest is the #1 team in the country. A lot of people think it's LSU, but Wake Forest has been far and away the best team all year, and they dominated through the NCAA tournament. Not much value on them, to be honest, anymore, just because they are so good. But if you did ride with us last week on some of these OddsJam shows and with me on Twitter, Oral Roberts is the 3rd 4-seed all time to make the College World Series. So it's kind of like a 13, 14, 15, or 16 seed making the Elite 8 in the NCAA tournament. One of those really bottom teams just kind of upsetting all the top seeds. So for the 3rd time ever, Oral Roberts is going, and we were on them all weekend at plus money. So we hit them pretty good all weekend.
Dre's here. Djokovic wins the French Open, and now looking like Jokic going to close out the NBA Finals tonight. Serbian sports is one on right now. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, they are.
Speaking of that, tennis plays today went 1-1 off the positive EV page. So we're we're kind of hanging. That was on in a tournament that I have no idea what I bet on.
Yeah, when you were saying that this morning, I was like, "Isn't the French Open over?"
Yeah, I know. I got another tournament going, man.
Already?
It's like you with KBO.
Oh yeah, it happens in the middle of the night. No one even knows what's going on.
Exactly. I don't know how much of that I can bet. I'm waiting for water polo. All right. That's my sport. What, you think I'm kidding? I'll be putting out water polo videos, Mike. You'll have to put a YouTube thumbnail together for me with my face on there and the guy up out of the water getting ready to throw the ball in the goal. No,
I'm not feeling that, man. I'm thinking that's a good way to scare off viewers if we do that.
Steven Smith has a question. What do you guys think about the Atlanta Braves team total runs, 6 runs? I guess he means over.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing Detroit. That game starts in 15 minutes. I mean, the Braves are dominating. Let me just look right here. They only scored 2 last night, and then 6-3, 13, and 7 in the last few. So I could definitely see them going over 6 against Detroit.
Yeah, makes sense. Boy, Detroit they've lost 9 in a row. They look like they were going to be in contention there for a little bit. And
I don't think they've won in June yet.
Have not been good.
No, they've lost 9 in a row.
The A's look a lot better than them right now.
Yeah, that's true. That was the Disney tour that we bet on this morning, Tony.
Ooh. Oh, right. I forgot that was going on at 7 a.m. on a Monday morning.
Hey, we got some bets in, it worked.
Love it.
Scott asked, Tony, are you doing a midnight munchies tonight?
Possibly, Scott. I've got a couple things I need to do. I wish I was more consistent, to be honest, with Midnight Munchies, but with 2 young babies and a lot going on in my other job, it kind of just is like if I'm around at night and I can do it, I'll throw it together. So check on my Twitter. If I'm up and I'm ready for it, I'll throw together a little episode.
Well, and you know how it is. Midnight Munchies, they come and go. I mean, sometimes you just don't have them for a little bit, and you just, is what it is. And then, but once, if tell you what, if Tony wakes up and he's got some Midnight Munchies, he will share with us.
Hey, do me a favor. Go back there and play something on that piano behind you.
Where is it? On this side or this side?
Yeah. Oh, that was good. All right. I need a Prize Picks. It's the NBA Finals. Could be the last game. I've got to have a Prize Picks, Mike. And
got to be some deflection value plays out there.
By the way, you can think about some NBA first half plays tonight, Mike. Also, if you want to, okay? There are points, there are PRA, free throws made, minutes played, and 3-pointers made for first half. There's also NBA first quarter, too. So if you
player props?
Yes, all player props,
wow.
Yes. In first quarter are points, free throws made, and minutes played. You don't have as many of those.
Well, let's put this together here now because there's some NBA ones on here I really like. Okay. So we got this Kyle Lowry play. So we've got him over 4 assists or under 7.5 rebounds and assists. I'm going to say let's take his over 4 assists just to be safe. I know that he was a big part of any success they did have the last game. So I think he'll be a big part of this tonight. Could maybe get some assists to maybe Hero or Strus or some of them, knocking down some shots. Gabe Vincent, somebody like that. So we'll roll with that as our first play. And that was there's only one more play, but I like it. Gabe Vincent over 1.5 player made threes.
Yeah, I like that
one as well. Yes.
What do you got on Tyler Hero's minutes played over under?
Yeah.
See that, Bob?
No, I'll go there here in a second.
That'd be an interesting one.
All right, Bob. And then one that I do like. I like this first MLB play here, the Eflin play. We'll roll with that.
They call him Led Zeppelin over here in Tampa, man. He's been dominating.
Yeah, he has. Yeah,
dominating. He got the biggest free agent contract in Tampa Bay Rays history, and he has just been dominating.
Yeah,
well, that don't say much. They don't pay anybody.
Exactly.
Over 6 strikeouts?
Yes.
Okay.
Over 6 strikeouts.
All right. So
and then there is one more NBA play. I skipped it. Michael Porter Jr. over 16.5 PRA. We will roll with that.
Oh, yeah.
Like that too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's got to step up. I like it.
Okay. By the way, in Price Picks, the Joker's PRA is now 52.5. See how that works?
Got good value. Got that sharp number at 51.
That's right. That's right. Got to jump on it when you can. Okay. Minutes played. Just for the heck of it, we're going to do this for the sake of Tony. They do not have the minutes played for Hero.
That would be the only one I'd be interested in.
Yeah. The only ones with minutes played are Caldwell Pope, Bruce Brown, Lowry, and Martin. So we will stay away from that completely. All right. We need one more play. Do you like an NBA first quarter? Points. Jokic, 8.5. Butler, 7.5. Adebayo, 5. He started the game on fire the other night. Jamal Murray, 6.5. Aaron Gordon, 3.
I'd go under on that. I'd go maybe under on that Jimmy Butler start, if anything. But I don't mind that Dane Dunning play in front of you there.
Yeah,
that's not bad. Liberator with those hits as well. I mean, he hasn't had the start to the career that you'd hope he would.
I think we'll go with that.
Those are both pretty good value plays as well on that screen right there.
Yeah, I say we add the Liberator play because I think he gives up some hits tonight. I mean, Cardinals are struggling. Giants solid team. I like that.
Giants are a game over 500. They're an average.
Well, I mean, solid compared to the Cardinals. I mean,
yeah, that's not solid. They're just there. The Cardinals suck. Okay?
I mean, the Giants have looked like
the Giants are average, Mike. Okay, come on.
Okay, but they look like they could compete for a playoff spot a lot more than the Cardinals do.
Not in that division. All right, I'm gonna hit this, but I'm just gonna tell you this Liberator play. Oh. If one of my
if it doesn't come through, Bob knew he was.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Hey,
it's all our fault, Mike. It's all our fault, Mike.
Yeah. Can I tell you something? You guys have been talking about Liberator since you got rid of the guy you got rid of to get him, and he still hasn't amounted to nothing. So I don't want to hear it. That guy's done nothing, Bob. I don't want to hear about Liberator's bright future.
Okay, I wasn't going to talk about that. I'm just saying. I think I like the Adebayo over on points in the first quarter, or Gordon over on. There's only 5 and 3. Adebayo had 6 points, within the first 3 minutes the other game.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that. I may just put. You know what?
What about the Morton play? I like that, Scott. I like the Charlie Morton play on the optimizer was solid too.
You know what I may do? I may just put a first quarter NBA together and put it out on Twitter. No?
Sounds like a plan, Bob.
It's all you, man.
That's all you, brother. Burn your money.
Well, somebody's got to burn it. I mean, come on. I'm putting the risk out on the parlay. Are you in on betting this parlay, Mike? Because if you really believe in it, you'll put your money on it.
Oh, I will. I like this one.
Why don't you put that free bet on it?
I could.
God, if that hit, that would be pretty cool.
I don't know if they'll let me put it on a parlay or not.
Speaking of which, what did you just hit the other night that went off so well? Was it last night? Yeah. What'd you hit last night, Mike?
I took the Red Sox on the money line live against the Yankees.
Nice.
I mean, the Yankees were just nothing going offensively, and Here we were in the bottom of the 10th, or the top of the 10th. Boston had the 3-2 lead, and I think there was maybe one out, and then all of a sudden that value jumped to like minus 150 real quick, and I'm like, I'm taking that. I mean, the Red Sox have the lead right now. It's 3-2 in the 10th inning. The Yankees hadn't had a hit, and I don't know how many innings, and they went into the bottom of the 10th, and you saw what happened. Boston ended up winning. Yankees went bye-bye. So I went on ahead and smashed that.
Did you
say, hey, Mike, next time you do that, send me a quick text before you do real quick.
Right.
Yeah, no kidding. Did you share it on Twitter?
Well, here's the problem. Here's what I know. All right, let me finish. While you make your goofy faces. That line was at like minus 220, and it was just sitting there. And I'm just watching, I'm paying attention. I'm like, all right, I'm trying to follow the game and see where we're at. And I'm like, if I get a chance to snag this for some reason or another, and the Yankees got a couple outs, and I guess the books felt like, well, the Yankees are going to start off the bottom of the 10th with a runner on second automatically. Surely they'll get a hit and bring him in and tie it, which then would give them maybe the advantage to even win it. So I was like, nah, I don't think so. Yankees ain't been doing crap. They're not hitting at all. Let's roll with it. And it stayed. I barely got it locked in, guys.
Okay.
Oh yeah, those live ones. Sometimes you hit it.
It was by the time I hit that, it already jumped back up to minus 190 again. I'm like,
that's awesome.
That was a great explanation. But next time, let everybody know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just a phone call away, man.
No kidding. Fair. I've got his number. I can text him. Or you can DM him to Twitter. Me. As a matter of fact, I think at that point in time last night, I was sitting right next to you. You didn't say, hey, you better hit this.
Yeah, you're right. I had to move quick, man.
Well, what do you expect from a guy who's got a Herbert jersey in the background?
Okay.
Yeah. All right, folks. We're going to end it here. Remember, hey, let's remember. Yeah, I got to get a shot in. Get that comment off of there real quick so I can let everybody see everybody's Twitter names. All right. Everybody's got to follow all three of us on Twitter. Okay. You have to retweet Mike's tweet, like his tweet.
Is it that funny?
Yeah, what Tony was doing was pretty funny. I thought it was.
I'm trying to play the piano again.
Oh, I missed it. I'm on my phone. I just heard Bob chuckling. I figured he was laughing about something in his mind.
Well, I didn't do it. And you also have to subscribe to the YouTube channel very quickly. Here's what we're going to go over so you know what's going on. Let's do the prize picks first. Kyle Lowry over 4 assists. Gabe Vincent over 1.5 threes. Zach Eflin over 6 strikeouts. Michael Porter Jr. over 16.5 points and rebounds. And Matthew Liberatore over 5 hits allowed. And let's go to our parlay where we have the Heat plus 8.5, the Diamondbacks on the money line, the Marlins on the money line, and over 8.5 runs between the Reds and the Royals. That parlay will pay out $100 if it hits. Follow all three of us, like, retweet, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right? Tony, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, fellas.
And what we're going to do here is Tony and I are going to come up with a video. It'll be out on Wednesday for the U.S. Open. We're excited about that. Don't sleep on Rory. He didn't win yesterday. And usually if you win the week before the U.S. Open, you don't win the U.S. Open. So it'll be very interesting, folks, because the big dogs are coming to play. It's going to be a fun tournament. Mike, great job as always. Please tweet out your bets from now on so everybody can follow you for a change. All right, we'll see you later.
We'll see what we